Hi everyone, this is Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. Welcome to my channel today. Thanks for stopping in. I just wanted to show you my finished object. I did the summer, I think it was the spring garden crochet along with Mikey from Yarn Inspirations and the Crochet Crowd. There's YouTube videos all over for it. There's a page, there's everything. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I finished. So we've got the sunshine plain yellow squares, then we've got the flower garden, so welcome to my garden. I have pink, yellow, purple, white, and then the green is obviously the leaves and the grass, right? And then I joined with a variegated yarn that has all of those colors in it. So let's see. This is the one side, and then you flip it over, and this is the other side. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it turned out very well. I made it as a gift for someone special, who I'm not going to go into right now. I did not make, because it's a gift, Mikey's edging border was just a solid single crochet or double crochet, single crochet, and I wanted a lacier, rufflier, and it reminds me of kind of a fence. I did just like the chain and then chain 3 and put it in the center of the chain 3 underneath it. First I did 2 foundation rows of double crochet. This is the just basic border of everything, and then my grass, and then all my other colors to make a flower fence, and then I finished it with the variegated. But I wanted it to be a little bit lacier and more feminine, I think, than the border that Mikey used. So I just changed it a little. I really like it. It's very springy. It reminds me of new hope and sunshine and flowers and gardens, and I really totally love it. Almost feel like making it again, but it took me so long, and now I'm tired of making it. So I'm glad that I'm done with it. But I'll show you the yarns that I used. I used this yellow, it called for 1-pounders. So this is Stitch Studio. They're all 4-weight, and I didn't use all Stitch Studio by Nicole, but this one is banana cream, and this is what's left of the yellow 1-pound ball. I used Lion Brand lavender, and it is called lavender, for the purple. Red Heart Soft White, Super Saver, is the white that I used. Now the pink, the pink, I totally love the pink. And it's so funny, I couldn't remember what the color was, and I don't even know where or when I got this, but it was in my yarn stash. And I'm like, that's the best color. So I was finishing with it last night, and I'm like, this is such a pretty pink. And then it turns out that the name of the yarn is Pretty in Pink. I'm like, well, that's pretty appropriate. So this is what's left of just one regular skein of yarn from the Pretty in Pink. Then the green, I had a 1-pound ball of green. This is what's left of my 1-pound ball of green, and that is that store Marks I keep talking about. I got that at Marks, but it was like this perfect green to go with the variegated, and the variegated is also that Dream Weaver yarn from Marks. So they do not have color names or numbers. They don't. It doesn't give you that information. Like I'm thinking they're probably mill-ends. I mean, I don't know. But this was the second of 2 5-ounce skeins is what I have left of the variegated. So very little left of those. And I I don't know if you guys ever, if any of you do this, but I got this little tip from, I'm pretty sure it was Jada. She did a 10 things everybody should do kind of thing or something, from Jada and Stitches. I think it was her. I don't know. There were, I watch videos on crochet tips all the time. Anyway, she said keep your yarn, you know, unless it's falling apart like that little green one, and just take the ball band and wrap it around and then tape it together, so then you always know what yarn it is, and all the yarn information, because it's on your ball band that you keep with your yarn, even on your scraps. And I'm like, that's a great idea. And then another different YouTuber, it was not Jada, and I might have even, maybe it wasn't even on YouTube, I think it was maybe on Instagram or Facebook. Somebody had said that they take these little clippy clips. I'll show you. You can get them at a dollar store for like $14. And I clip your ends. I clip it right to the paper. You always know where the end is. It doesn't unravel more. And you get, like, I just bought more today. 14 of them for $1 at Dollar Tree. It's perfect. But I have more of these. Excuse me. So I still probably have enough to make a project. And I totally love that yarn too. I just love the colors in it. They're bright and cheery. So do you guys take something this big and put it in your scraps? I mean, I didn't use hardly any of that. It started out at 1,020 yards. I probably still have 800 yards in here. I don't think I'm going to throw it in my scrap bin. The same with the yellow, which my tape broke. I broke the tape. So we need to retape that one. So then the next thing I wanted to talk to you about really quick is I'm making, I really want to, for my next project, now that I finished that one, I really want to make that a never-ending flower shawl that Crystal from the Secret Yarnery just recently did a crochet along with. I have the yarn. It's right over here in the corner. I totally want to make that for summer. I'm dying to work with that yarn. I've never worked with yarn like that, but I'm like obligated that I promised 3 blankets to 3 different people, and I want to get them done before summer because it's going to get too hot to want to work on them. I'm making them by request out of Stitch Studio Chateau, which is like a Bernat blanket for those of you that don't have AC Moore near you. It's like a Bernat blanket yarn. It's very soft and squishy. It's a 6, super bulky. It says to use a 6.5 millimeter hook. I love the yarn. Don't get me wrong. But I have made blankets with this yarn, and it just seems like a lot of work. I can't find the stitches because it's so fuzzy when you, and it's probably just my inexperience in crochet. I've only been doing it about a year and a half, and I've made like 2 or 3 blankets, two blankets and 2 scarves out of this yarn, and every time I just find it so hard to work with. So I think the first one I did, I tried to use the 6.5 millimeter hook, and I went bigger. Made it easier. So I thought, well, I'm going to even go bigger, and I'm going to go with this gigundous hook right here, which I think is a 16. And so I did some, and the stitches were so big that didn't work out well for me. So I ripped it out, which is why this ball is all apart, because I ripped it out and decided I think I'm going to try a 10 and see how that works. And maybe, I don't remember what hook I used. I probably have it in my notes somewhere. Anyway, does anybody else have trouble with this yarn, this type of yarn? Like, I really love the yarn, and you love the stuff made out of it. It's like you want to just squish it and hold it like a big old teddy bear. Which is why why I have to make 3 more, because people that got in contact with the ones that I previously made want ones of their own. So I bought the yarn, and I got it at AC Moore on sale. Like the Bernat, I think is like $10 for one of these big balls. And this is, I think, regular price $9.99, but they run it on sale at AC Moore all the time for $5 or sometimes less. So they had it on sale for $3.88 a skein. And I went in there and bought, I'm going to do 3 skeins for each blanket. And I ran in there and bought the yarn, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or a month ago. Or 2 months ago. Probably at least 2 months ago. And so I have the yarn. And I'm like, I don't want to make that blanket because once I get a couple rows in, it'll be good. And I'm going to do, I think, I'm just going to use half double crochet because I find that works well with this yarn. And it doesn't make it too flimsy. But getting past the chain in the first row, I just like want to cry. So but I'm determined. I'm going to make one of these 3 before I make what I want to make for me. I've got to be disciplined about this, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you have any hints, I would greatly appreciate it. And at the beginning, no, not at the beginning. So I also over the weekend tried helping my cousin learn to crochet, and she wanted me to add to a video how to make a double crochet. That's the next stitch she needs to learn. And just, I'm going to tell you, I tried to videotape myself making a double crochet, and I can't get the camera angle right, and I worried and flustered, and I gave up. So just go on YouTube and YouTube how to make a double crochet. There's a ton of videos already out there. People know what they're doing. People know how to teach it and show it to you. Plus, I told you, you need to watch how other people hold a crochet hook and yarn, because what I do wasn't working for you. What you were doing was, I think, you need a lot more practice at. So I'm just gonna throw it out there, girl. Then when I see you next, I will help you again. But I need maybe a different camera, a different setup. I don't know. I couldn't see my hands and see inside the camera to know if I did a video and my hands weren't even in the right spot. You couldn't see anything but the yarn moving across the table. So that worked out not. So, that's that. I don't think I have anything else. That's all. Happy crocheting. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please share. And like I said, if you have any knowledge to help me get through these Stitch Studio blankets to make seeing the stitches better. That's my whole problem, particularly when the yarn is dark. I just can't see the stitches right. All the yarn like just gets so fuzzy inside there. And so, but they're really nice when they're done. I will agree with that. So happy spring. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. Bye.